Day 393. And quick apology yesterday as I said 292. It's 392 yesterday, 393 today. And we got over at the pup cam. Say hi, pup. Say hi. Say hi. Yes, a good girl. Yes, a good girl. Today is Monday. Got up, got to work. That was tough. I had to run to the store real quick. I had enough time, and then I went to go grab something for lunch. I ended up grabbing some kind of barbecue pulled pork, and then grabbed some veggies, and I grabbed some bread to make little sandwiches. And only 3 of the automated systems were open instead of the 5. And yeah, I ended up being late, but I needed some food. I thought I still had something else to eat. I was wrong, but I have enough for tomorrow, so tomorrow I can just go in, enjoy the day. And today, funny thing was, there's a small storm that came in, and it wasn't even bad, but something happened, and it cut the power out at our work. So some kind of generator or battery operated system kicked in. I don't know. I don't know if everyone's system was set up the same. I think it's why, because some of us had power and some didn't. And they just said, all right, shut down your system if you're still on. Turn everything off, reset it, turn the power off, don't restart. Leave it off until we say go ahead. And so we left it off for about 5 minutes, and then the president came and said, just go home, the weather's coming in, it's getting really windy out there, stuff's gonna start falling over, so get home, be safe, we'll deal with this tomorrow. Okay, let's go. And I went to the store. I had about half an hour extra, so I said, you know what, I'm on a mission. I thought that my tech guy was going to drop off, I believe it's a USB mini, it might be USB-C mini, but it's an old charging cable, and he didn't mention it today, and I didn't really want to hassle him. So I said, you know what, I'll go to Goodwill, see if there's anything in the electronics section for chargers. Nothing. I went to Ross, see if there's anything in there. Nothing. And then right as I'm leaving, I see a Staples there. And so I turn around real quick in the parking lot, punch the USB-C charger for GoPro in the Staples website. It said that they had them, so I walked around the whole store looking for it. I went down the whole section for the wireless, the next section for printers. And right before I left, I asked the guy who was finally free, he was helping someone. I said, is there any chance you might have a USB-C mini cable? Like, I'm trying to charge my GoPro 3. I just got it, and I don't have a charger. He said, well, you know what? Come over here. And we walk over there. There's one there. Thank goodness. So I got this bad boy going. I don't know if you can see it, but it's gone. Power, is that off? I've been playing with it all day. I tried to take out the run so that I could learn from it. Just try to take random videos when we got to the forks in the road and we stopped. I could take a quick shot or panoramic view of the sunset. It was the right time where we got to like 2 stops and we can get a little bit of the sunset. So I tried that, and I didn't I didn't learn enough about it to the point where I knew if it was on or off, so I just kept messing with it. I said, okay, eventually something's going to turn on. I'm at least going to get a picture. I'm at least going to get a small video clip. So almost every time I stopped, I just hit a button or two and checked it out. And the lights kept flashing up here, and I just turned them off because they were kind of annoying me. But it was... Even it showed it off, nothing was operating. And it still had these little blue lights going right there. The blue and red. The top one's blue, the bottom one's red. I tried to turn them off, and now I don't know if it's going. messed with it too much. May have messed with it. I think I'm back. So it should look like that to start it. And you hit it, and the timer goes. So now I'm recording myself, which sounds really narcissistic. But I got it to work, and I was just trying to get some kind of video going so I could start uploading it, start editing. On the other program, it's not doing the screen grab, the screen mirroring, the screen recording enough. So I figured if I can get the GoPro going, at least I can start uploading some random videos, throw some edits in there, see if I can start to drag and drop some images. I think there's another website too I need to look up where you can just pull clips from. I'm not entirely sure what's all available on there. I think there's some sounds and some generic videos of someone like cleaning a kitchen, or someone by the dinner table, or like a panoramic view through like a house kind of a thing, like almost like a commercial advertisement. Not really specific, but just something that you can get used to dragging, dropping, cutting, editing, putting in a graphic, putting in a sound, adjusting the brightness, the contrast, and all that stuff. So I figured start with this, see if I get the hang of it, and eventually I want to be able to figure out what the other part of the video. So that's enough for that. So it shows now I got 8 videos in there. I believe I took 3 of them today that I'm fully aware of. I may have taken 4 or 5. My buddy Tony said there's a few more in there from him, so just delete them. So probably do that tomorrow, start editing whatever's on here, and go from there. But that was my day. Did the group run, which it was weird because it was getting a little stormy and raining. As I told my buddy Jason, I said, I don't think I'm going to go. And then about 45 minutes until the group run, it just stopped. So I said, well, I'm going to go check it out and see who's there. Regular sized group, so we went. Not too muddy. It was actually kind of nice because it wasn't dusty in the back, where normally it's so dry that if you're in the last third, even the last half, you can just see a little bit of dust kicked up. So I avoided that today. Met a new friend, Brandon, who's from Tucson, and he's from Oregon and LA. And so we were chatting about half the run. He just ran and he was like, hey man, how's it going? Like, hey, good, how are you? And he just started talking, and I started talking back, and not talking back like a bad way, but we just started chit-chatting, get to know each other. And so, well, what brought you out here? And I just moved here a few months ago. I was in Tucson for about a year and a half. Moved into the place with my buddies and yada yada. He seemed like a cool guy, so he's like, hey man, let me get your Instagrams. I said, oh man, I don't know any of my handles for social media. So he's like, go take a quick look. So I thankfully found it, but that was kind of funny. And he took off to go meet up with everyone at the Fate Brewing. I went up for another, I think it's about a mile, maybe half a mile. I don't think it was a full mile out. I think it was a half mile. I think I got in 5. I'm pretty sure I got in 5. That's about the halfway point. It's like 0.9 miles, so pretty close. And then my watch kind of screwed up again, but it at least says 4.15. 4.15. But I know it's a little bit off because I caught it at one point when I looked at it when we were sitting there talking, and it was just rolling, and the timer for my pace was just going up and up and up and up and up. It went from about like 9.5, 10 minutes to like 23 or 24 minutes. So obviously it's the average, and it was not moving, so it slowed down. Anyways. Then it came back. I tried to make this new pasta dish that, I don't know, I've never made it before. I just said, that's what I want to try to make. Let's try it. And it's those little Mancati. Oh, I'm screwed up. I've never bought it before, so I'm sorry. I'm butchering the name. But think of it just almost as a stuffed shell, but it's not a shell. It's like a full tube or a roll, and then you just put the ricotta cheese mixed with a little bit of parsley and some mozzarella in there, like stuffed. It's almost stuffed shells, but it's not the shell. And you bake it for 40 minutes. I actually boiled the noodles for 7 minutes, took them out, stuffed them, then baked them for 40 minutes, and they were actually pretty good. I needed to figure out a way to maybe add some chicken or beef in there so it's a little bit more hearty. All I had was little pepperonis. The pepperonis came out really good because they crisped up real quick. And I had some mozzarella cheese on top with a little bit of the spaghetti sauce, and also I had some tomato. So I diced them up, threw them on top. Said, "Why not?" Didn't really taste them, but they came out good. I don't feel full, so that's kind of worries me that I'm going to be extra hungry tomorrow. But it was a lot of cheese, and so I didn't want to overdo it. And then try to relax, do some dishes. She's almost asleep. Almost got her. And then I started watching Blade Runner. It's 2049. I watched it the other night, and I was like, man, I forgot how good this is. I really like visually. It's just striking. It's just the man. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff, but there's the great moments where, like, I think it's Anna de Armas, where she's like a computer generated image, but the way she moves, like through the rain and freezes, and then I guess if one walks through her, it just really plays with your head a little bit. And then just the scope of the city. Oh my gosh! I mean, how desolate it looks. It looks just like it definitely could be 2049. There is that weird sound in there though, where you can't tell if it's some kind of irrigation or giant filtration system for air, but it's like an air horn breeze. It's I guess that's the actual soundtrack, which is weird. But yeah, it was striking. And so I was like, I want to watch more of it, and I tried to watch more. I was like, okay, gotta go to bed. Need to shower and go to bed. It's now 12:29, 12:30. So push-ups are done. Did 150. I broke it up a little different. I did 30, 30, 30, 30. So 30, 60, 90, 120. Yeah, 5 sets of 30. I thought I mixed up. I thought I was going to do 20. But now looking back, yeah, they were all 30s. Yeah, that was the day. That was the day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.